the king right now, his best bet would be to distance himself completely, make it clear to Harry that the Sussexes are not welcome at all in Britain for a very, very long time.
Remember, 47 minutes is not a reconciliation. It's not a get-together, we're so thrilled to see you.
Meghan Markle felt humiliated on Prince Harry's most recent UK trip, and that the trip turned into a nightmare.
King Charles has officially met Meghan, Harry, Archie and Lily at Highgrove House, his Gloucestershire country residence.
She actually sort of fueled his grievances. What happened until he met Meghan, he was quite happy.
King Charles still can be manipulated by Harry, and certainly the promise of spending time with his grandchildren.
What if the most talked about royal reunion in years wasn't a reunion at all? What if those mysterious 47 minutes behind the gates of Highgrove were never about healing a broken family, but about stopping something far bigger before it could happen? Why was there no smiling family photograph? Why did the palace stay almost completely silent? And why are insiders now suggesting that every single second of that meeting was controlled with military precision? If Tom Bower's explosive interpretation is even close to reality, then what happened behind those closed doors may have exposed a strategy nobody saw coming, and it may have permanently changed the future of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The narrative begins with what many believed would be a historic moment. After years of interviews, accusations, documentaries, memoirs, and endless headlines, Harry and Meghan finally found themselves closer to King Charles than they had been in a very long time. On paper, it looked like the perfect opportunity for reconciliation. But appearances can be dangerously misleading.
Prince Harry, Meghan and Sparkle, and the two children to see their grandfather. We're not quite sure how long it lasted. Some people are saying an hour, some are saying more. The fallout from it has been we're all sitting waiting for it to be leaked. Nothing so far. Apparently William was appalled. The following day, Harry looked like the cat that got the cream, because you and I both know that the Sussex brand's dead now, isn't it, anywhere in the world, unless they can actually prove to have some link still with the very family they spend their entire life slagging off.
Because according to Tom Bower, this wasn't the emotional family reunion many expected. It was something far colder, far more calculated, and possibly one of the most carefully managed meetings in modern royal history. 47 minutes. Think about that number. Not 2 hours. Not an afternoon together, just 47 carefully measured minutes. Was that really enough time to rebuild years of fractured relationships? Or was the short duration itself sending a message? A message louder than any royal statement ever could, because in royal circles, silence often speaks louder than words. Almost immediately, whispers began spreading that the visit had turned into something Meghan Markle never expected. Instead of the warm embrace many believed she had hoped for, reports suggested an atmosphere that felt formal, restrained, almost clinical. Where was the celebration? Where was the symbolism? Where was the image that could tell the world everything was finally fixed? It never came. For years, photographs have defined royal history. A single image can rewrite public perception overnight. Yet this time, nothing. No official family portrait. No smiling king with his grandchildren. No emotional balcony moment. Nothing that could become tomorrow's newspaper front page. Was that simply coincidence? Or exactly the point?
Of course, it's been hugely damaging, and the popularity of the royal family has fallen because of Meghan and Harry's antics. So I think the king right now, his best bet would be to distance himself completely, make it clear to Harry that the Sussexes are not welcome at all in Britain for a very, very long time. And Harry just will have to reflect how he's going to reorganise the next few tens of years of his life.
Tom Bower believes the deeper narrative began long before anyone arrived at Highgrove. According to his interpretation, Harry's life changed dramatically after Meghan entered the picture, fueling tensions that eventually exploded into one of the biggest royal crises in decades. Whether viewers agree or disagree with that opinion, there's no denying that the relationship between the Sussexes and the monarchy has never fully recovered. But here's where the mystery becomes even more fascinating. Bower suggests the king faced a dilemma unlike any other. On one side stood the monarch responsible for protecting the institution. On the other stood a father and a grandfather who had the opportunity to see Archie and Lilibet. Could emotion influence judgment? Or had Charles already decided that family affection would never outweigh the future of the crown? Then came Bower's biggest claim yet. According to his account, Harry and Meghan allegedly arrived with a mission far bigger than simply sharing tea with relatives. Bower argues they hope to begin reversing the damage left by Megxit, rebuilding connections that could restore relevance, credibility, and perhaps even open doors that had been firmly shut. If true, this wasn't merely a family visit, it was a strategic move with enormous consequences. Because instead of leaving with triumphant headlines, the palace offered almost nothing. No celebration. No official endorsement. No visible sign that the monarchy had changed its position. The silence became the headline. Everyone expected leaks. Everyone expected dramatic revelations. Yet nothing substantial emerged. For a couple whose every move usually dominates headlines, that silence felt almost unnatural. Was it because everyone involved had agreed to strict ground rules? Or because someone had made it unmistakably clear that breaking trust this time would carry consequences unlike any before? Tom Bower believes the answer lies within those carefully controlled 47 minutes, and according to his interpretation, what happened next may explain why the palace now appears more determined than ever to separate private family relationships from any possibility of a royal comeback. If Tom Bower's interpretation is correct, then those 47 minutes were never designed to reopen palace doors, they were designed to quietly close them forever. Because while the world was searching for signs of forgiveness, Bower believes King Charles was focused on something entirely different, protecting the monarchy from another cycle of controversy. And suddenly, every unusual detail surrounding that meeting began to look less like coincidence, and more like a carefully planned strategy. Bower argues that the king's greatest challenge wasn't simply dealing with Prince Harry. It was balancing two completely different roles at the same time. One was a father who naturally wanted to see his son and grandchildren. The other was a monarch responsible for protecting an institution that has survived for centuries. Those two responsibilities don't always point in the same direction. And according to Bower, Charles chose the crown over sentiment. Bower doesn't hold back. In his opinion, the Sussexes' public conflicts with the royal family have carried a heavy cost, not just for themselves, but for everyone connected to the monarchy. Whether people agree with that assessment or not, one thing is impossible to ignore: trust appears to have become the rarest currency in the entire narrative. Once lost, it isn't easily restored. As the years passed, Harry and Meghan launched major commercial projects, media ventures, documentaries, and interviews. Some attracted enormous attention, while others faced public criticism and commercial challenges. Bower believes those changing circumstances made reconnecting with the royal family increasingly valuable. Not necessarily because it guaranteed a return, but because even a visible connection to the monarchy could reshape public perception. According to Bower's interpretation, the timing of the Highgrove visit wasn't random. He believes it came at a moment when rebuilding credibility had become more important than ever. And that's why he points toward the Invictus Games as a potentially significant piece of the puzzle. Harry already had a legitimate reason to be in Britain, making the visit appear natural rather than strategic. But was that all there was to it? Or did the meeting carry ambitions far beyond a sporting event? Then came another twist that fueled endless speculation: the Buckingham Palace accommodation narrative. Reports suggested Harry was offered accommodation, later delayed responding, and eventually found the arrangements had changed. Bower and other commentators viewed the episode as another example of how carefully every step was being managed. Whether intentional or simply unfortunate timing, it added yet another layer of intrigue to an already mysterious visit. And perhaps the biggest clue of all wasn't what happened, but what never happened. No official photograph. No public embrace. No balcony appearance. No statement describing a breakthrough. Just silence. For many observers, that silence became impossible to ignore. Because if the palace truly wanted the world to believe everything had been repaired, wouldn't a single carefully staged image have accomplished exactly that? Instead, the absence of imagery allowed only one conclusion to dominate public discussion: whatever happened inside Highgrove was meant to stay there. Bower believes Queen Camilla's presence also carried significance. In his view, having another senior royal present ensured there would be no disputes later over what had, or had not, been said. Whether or not that interpretation is correct, it reflects his broader argument that trust had become the defining issue in every interaction. As the meeting ended, Harry and Meghan reportedly left without any visible sign of a dramatic breakthrough. According to Bower, there was no indication of a restored royal role, no confirmation of future public engagements, no announcement about security, and no suggestion that the constitutional direction of the monarchy had changed. The palace, he argues, had drawn a line between private family relationships and public royal responsibilities, and that line remained firmly in place. Perhaps that's why the most revealing moment wasn't inside the meeting at all. It was what happened afterward. Days passed. Headlines continued. Commentators debated every possibility. Yet the palace stayed remarkably disciplined. No dramatic leaks. No emotional photographs. No attempt to reshape the narrative. The silence itself became part of the strategy. Whether viewers agree with Tom Bower's interpretation or reject it entirely, one thing is undeniable: the Highgrove meeting has become one of the most heavily analyzed royal encounters in recent memory. His assessment reflects his personal views and interpretations of publicly discussed events, not established fact. But those views have reignited debate over the future of Harry, Meghan, and their relationship with the royal family. And perhaps that's the biggest mystery of all. Was Highgrove the first step toward rebuilding trust? Or was it the quiet moment the palace confirmed that some doors would never fully reopen? Only the people inside those 47 minutes know the complete truth. Everyone else is still trying to piece the puzzle together.